Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, Afcon highlights. Over the weekend, Nigeria gained a place in the next round of the Africa Cup of Nations, beating Sudan 3-1 and are now leading Group D. Also in Group D, Egypt beat Guinea-Bissau 1-0 after having lost to Nigeria in the opening match in the group. On Sunday, Gambia played Mali, which resulted in a draw. Tunisia defeated Mauritania 4-0 in Group F. Sierra Leone grabbed a 2-2 draw against Ivory Coast. Equatorial Guinea stunned Algeria 1-0 to leave the defending champions on the brink of a group stage exit. Today's matches are Burkina Faso versus Ethiopia, while Cameroon take on Cape Verde. Mali. Former President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta dies in Bamako. Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, Mali's former head of state who was toppled by the military in 2020, has died at his home, his family has said. Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta led Mali from 2013 to 2020. Mr. Keïta, who was elected president of Mali in September 2013, was overthrown by the military in August 2020. The cause of death was not specified. Mr. Keïta, who claimed to be a leftist, had a quick rise under Alpha Omar Kanare, the first president from 1992 to 2002 of the democratic era of Mali, who was prime minister from 1994 to 2000. He was re-elected in 2018 against Somalia Cisse, then leader of the opposition, who died in December 2020. The coup that toppled him in August 2020 was followed by a second one in May 2021. Ethiopia. Ethiopia says World Health Organization chief has links to rebellious Tigrayan forces. Ethiopia's foreign ministry has called on the World Health Organization to investigate its leaders for supporting terrorist groups fighting the Ethiopian government. World Health Organization General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, who previously served as the Ethiopian health minister and foreign minister under the TPLF, said early this week that aid was being blocked from getting through to his home region of Tigray, where rebellious forces are fighting the government. The government has denied blocking aid and has accused the terrorist forces of the Tigray's People's Liberation Front (TPLF) of requisitioning trucks sent in previously. Ethiopia's army chief has previously accused Tedros of trying to procure arms and diplomatic backing for the TPLF. Ethiopia's foreign minister said Tedros failed to show integrity and professionalism and was a member of the TPLF, which dominated Ethiopian politics for nearly 30 years before Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's appointment in 2018. Ethiopia has also withdrawn its support for his candidacy in the next World Health Organization elections. Sudan. Sudan revokes Al Jazeera TV license. Sudan has revoked the license of the live streaming channel of Al Jazeera's television network. Al Jazeera's Mubashir said its team has been barred from working in Sudan, which had accused them of unprofessional coverage of opposition rallies. In November, Al Jazeera's Khartoum bureau chief was arrested and held for 3 days. Activists say more than 60 people have been killed in a series of protests held against October's military coup. Last week, Sudanese doctors protested against what they said were attacks against medical personnel by the security forces during pro-democracy rallies. Uganda. Uganda plans to amend the law system of government. In what seems to be a repeat of the 1980s constitutional framework, there are plans in Uganda to amend the constitution and adopt a parliamentary system in which parliament forms the electoral college that elects the president. This would be a departure from the practice by other members of the EAC that have a presidential system in which a president is elected through universal suffrage. The plans to amend the law, recently made public by a pro-ruling party group, also brings back a 7-year term for parliament as a quid pro quo inducement to the lawmakers to pass the amendment and give themselves a longer stay in the House. The 1995 constitution makers rejected the Westminster system of government for one in which the president is elected by popular vote. President Yoweri Museveni, 77, has been on the job for 36 years, and the last presidential election revealed the reality of the generational gulf as he faced candidates several decades younger. West Africa. New Pan-African payment system means business. The long-awaited Pan-African Payments and Settlement System (PAPSS) has been launched. The WAMZ is a West African economic and integration body with 6 member countries: Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone. The new system allows a buyer in one country to make a payment in his or her national currency, and the seller in another country receives payment in their local currency. The system is a cross-border financial market infrastructure that will instantly connect payment transactions across Africa. This will eliminate the need to route such payments through third-party banks, usually located outside the continent. South Africa. Another seismic survey legal battle looms for South Africa. Environmental activists are preparing for another legal battle against a planned seismic survey. This comes less than a month after Makhanda High Court granted an interdict against oil giant Shell over its intended exploration of the wild coast of the province of Eastern Cape. Now Searcher Seismic, a geoscience data provider serving petroleum and mining companies, seeks to conduct a 2D and 3D seismic rectification project between the Namibian border and Cape Agulhas. The Australian data supply was granted a reconnaissance permit by the Petroleum Agency SA in May 2021. According to PASA, a reconnaissance permit allows the holder to undertake geological, geophysical or photogeological surveys and any remote sensing techniques following their victory against Shell. Environmentalists are preparing for another legal battle. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share and like this video. It's the best way of supporting us. Also, don't forget to catch the return of our show, Africa in the News, on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a Patreon and donating. And remember, Africa is watching.